Welcome back, y'all, and happy Monday, as always. So, as you just saw in that time lapse, we built this little witch hut. So, this is what it looks like. It's quite nice. It's a very wide boy. I like it. I like it a lot. It's the first circular build that I've done on this server. And yeah, I think it turned out really well. So, of course, as you can see here, I haven't done a bridge yet. I will need to do that eventually because, I mean, right now you kind of have to swim across and then you can't actually get up onto it. So you need like a block to stand on when you get here. But I can work on that in a minute. First up, let me just show you around. So, of course, around the outside here, we have a small little sort of porch type thing that goes all the way around. And then right here, this is kind of, thematically, this is sort of, where like a witch might be brewing something here or, some sort of a concoction. You can see there's the flames underneath and then the cauldron with water. Very gross water, might I add. I don't want to drink whatever's in there, but, that's why I'm not drinking it. And then some books up here for decoration and these sort of trapdoors to act as dividers for these staircases. So the staircase comes down into a semi-dark area. I want this to be darker, but unfortunately mobs would spawn, so I can't do that yet. But this is sort of, I guess I would call it kind of the study, and like, this is the more restricted area, I guess, of the witch hut. So you can see growing all sorts of little plants, mushrooms, that sort of stuff, a dead bush. This one's not really working out. And then eventually I want to put a wither rose in here, but I don't have any wither roses yet, so that's for later. But yeah, right now this is all sort of for more decoration. I do have a brewing stand here, a little bit of storage, but I don't think that this would be any sort of like a permanent brewing area that I'm setting up. It's just kind of, more for decoration. But yeah, so I mean, right now I don't think we're really going to be spending much time in the witch hut or down in the basement or anything. So unfortunately, this isn't really going to get seen that often. But I just wanted to show it to you guys. I think it turned out really well. I used smithing tables for the ceiling because I think that this sort of dark red square pattern is really nice and works well with helping keep this whole area pretty dark. This wood floor here, I personally think is really, really good. Sort of almost looks like, it's wood that has, been reused. Maybe it was recycled or it was kind of thrown away and then was brought back and used for this floor. So that's why there's a lot of variations in color, because it's at different stages of being worn out, completely different types of wood, all that sort of stuff. And I think it looks really nice here. I kind of want to use this actually in other builds, but we'll have to see because it has a very specific style, and that's not always going to fit with all my builds. But I do really like it. So that is the witch hut. I do got to put in lighting at some point, and of course the bridge at some point as well. But moving on to the main project of today. And for that, I'm going to head over to the shop real quick. We can check up on it. Oh, and actually I did want to mention, as you can see here with this Enderman, it looks like the Enderman is holding something, but there's nothing in the Enderman's hands. So that is actually, we changed something on the server. So now every time an Enderman spawns, actually set up a command so that it automatically puts a piston extension. So like this little part right here, this extended head of the piston, it puts that in the Enderman's hands, which on its own is invisible. It also can't be placed down. So that means that whenever Endermen spawn, they won't be able to pick anything else up. And, and most importantly, when we kill them, they won't drop it either. Oh, and actually one more thing that I wanted to add in and just note real quick is I installed a new mod. So it's a client-side mod, of course. It's not making the game any sort of like cheaty or anything. Nothing super big, but it is called Lightmatica. And it helped me actually to build that witch hut over there. So I can build up something in creative mode, and then I can make that into a schematic. And then here I can load the schematic, and then as you can see here, it will show me essentially just a blueprint of the build. So the stick is essentially like the control wand of Lightmatica, And when I'm holding this, I can do all sorts of things. So using this, I can set up the schematic. I can also move this schematic around. And I think there's a few other things that I can do as well, but I'm not super well versed in it yet. But as you can see, so it's right there. And I can actually move it forwards and backwards in this direction, as well as this direction. And I can move it up and down. So as you can see there, oh, that is not a cat that I have. Hang on. Okay, this is very important. Yeah, okay. Now that's exciting. Slowly, very slowly, we're getting closer and closer to all of the cats. So we need 4 more cats. And you are just so cute, aren't you? But yeah, so down here in the shop, I guess real quick I should check for sales. And oh boy, as much as I am happy that we made a Deep Slate sale, I am also a little bit unhappy because Deep Slate is really annoying to mine. But that's fine. So the reason why I brought you guys down here is this right here. Gravel can be automated by using piglin bartering. So piglin bartering, of course, I would have to have a gold income, which is also farmable. And then I could use the gold to trade with the piglins. And one of the things that they give me is gravel. And also blackstone. I can also then farm blackstone and sell that here as well. So the main focus of today is to set up a gold farm and a piglin bartering setup. I'll probably make it a combined farm, so they'll just kind of feed into each other. And that'll help me a lot with this shop. And also just generally, it'll be a good source of XP for me. Of course, zombie piglins provide a lot of XP. As dangerous as they are, they do have a tendency to provide a good amount of XP. That's what we're doing today. That's the plan. So the first thing that I need to grab is actually turtle eggs. So zombie piglins, in case you didn't know, zombie piglins always try to crush turtle eggs if they can. So they're always going to walk towards them. And so that's actually the mechanism that we're going to use in order to draw the zombie piglins to a drop chute where I can then kill them. And here we are. So now we just need to feed some turtles and wait for them to lay their eggs. And with this last batch of eggs, I should be good. So 22 turtle eggs, that should be pretty good. That should be enough for what I need. Okay, and with that taken care of, the next thing on the list is actually magma blocks. So we're going to have to go into the nether for this one. And in case you were wondering, the magma blocks is because when in the nether wastes area, or the nether waste biome, the only thing that can spawn on magma blocks is actually zombie piglins. So we need to gather a lot because that's going to be used for the spawning platform. So I think I just need to fly around until I find pockets of it, just like this. Except I don't think I want to harvest this. That's a lot of lava. Okay, and taking a quick break from that to do a trade deal. So I've got all this copper and I'm going to be trading that for an axe. So let me just throw that all out. And here we are. Yeah, so it's a axe that's specialized in killing withers. You can see it has smite 5 on there. So that's going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead and put that into our equipment box. Oh, and before I forget, that copper is actually for a project over here at the villager trading area. Hang on though. What is this? 1 diamond for 2 pushes. A traveler's way station. Okay. Well, let's find out. And 1. Oh, golden carrots. Okay, well, dang, that is quite nice. So 1 diamond for 30 golden carrots. That's pretty good. I like that. All right. Okay, anyway, but yeah, so the copper is being used for a project over here at the trading district. And, oh, actually, it looks like there's maybe some horse stables getting put in here. That is quite exciting. Looks like he's working on it, so I'll just leave him to it. So obviously not quite complete yet. But yeah, so I believe the statue is eventually going to be a villager. And I think the copper is being left unwaxed so that it will really slowly oxidize. Yeah, you can see it's kind of slowly oxidizing there over time. So that's looking quite nice. And that's what the contribution was for. I'm pretty sure that my 3.5 stacks aren't even close to enough to complete this. But yeah, so it's kind of a big effort. and potentially we will do more trades in the future once I get more copper. Anyway, with that out of the way, we do actually have a good amount of materials now. So as you can see, so we have the turtle egg, some of the materials for the build, as well as a whole ton of magma blocks and a bunch of stone brick slabs to prevent magma cubes from spawning. So next up, I just need a little more materials that I'm going to be using for the build. Unfortunately, yeah, I kind of pulled a bit of a dumb move, and I actually, in order to build the structure for the farm, I need blocks that I can only acquire from having the farm. So that's a bit awkward, but that's okay, because that just means that I'm just going to take my valuables chest and I'm just going to go trade a whole bunch of gold with a bunch of piglins, and hopefully that gets me enough of what I need. And I'm once again interrupting this video to show you guys a piglin dancing. So this piglin had been hunting a hoglin beforehand, and then the hoglin attacked me and I killed it. So the piglin started dancing. This is actually the first time that I've seen this happen in person. Unfortunately, I didn't have my mic running though, so you guys don't get to hear me laughing. And I'm back from the nether, and here is what the loot is. So we have a lot of fire resistance, some soul speed. Actually, this soul speed 3 book I am going to give to one of my server mates. I did tell him that I would get him this. But we have a good amount of blackstone, good amount of gravel. You guys can see, so this was, I think, 5 stacks of gold ingots, and this is the loot that we got. So that's a pretty good representation of what we should be getting from the farm. So yeah, some of this I need for the farm and some of it I don't, but let me go get it organized, and then I'm pretty sure we can go start to build the farm. Except, of course, I did forget something, which is that we actually need to find a place to put the farm. So I think I want to fly decently far away to make sure that this isn't going to interfere with anybody's anything. And then I need to find some nether wastes. Okay, so I've gone a little ways away now in a different direction. And I feel like this is as good a place as any. Looks like we've got some nice neighbors. And yeah, this is the nether wastes, which is what we are looking for. So I guess let's just go up and try to get above the bedrock. So I think this is what we're looking for. That block is at level 127, which I think is the highest that the nether can go. So it should just be one piece of bedrock, and then once I get above that, I should be on the ceiling. So if I'm remembering correctly, which, you know, I mean, I'm probably not, but we're going to try it anyway. I think if I aim up in this corner, maybe? Nope. So I was not remembering correctly, but that comes as really no surprise, to be honest. So what I actually need to do is attempt to climb this ladder, and then I should be able to just throw an ender pearl right here. And there we go. We are above the nether. Oh, hey, look. Mushrooms. That's fun. Okay, so now that we're here, right. Okay, so I just realized I forgot to actually bring the materials with me to break the bedrock, and now I'm just stuck above the bedrock. Okay, so I think I need to probably kill myself then. Just try to come back within 5 minutes and get all my stuff back. Fortunately, I did take my coordinates, so I should be able to come back pretty easily. Okay, we made it. Crisis averted. Okay, and we're back. But this time, I'm actually taking my stuff with me so that when I get above the nether, I can actually break the bedrock. Okay, so once again, if I'm remembering correctly, so this is the block that we need to break. So I think if I put a piston here and I arrange it like this, I think, oh, and I think I need actually a trapdoor. Okay, so let's see if I'm remembering this correctly. I probably am not, but okay, so I need to bind my right click to any random key. So I think I'm going to use Y just because it's not being used for anything else right now. And the reason for that is just because the speed at which my Y button will repeat is a lot faster than my clicking. So that's kind of the important part. So I think I need another piston actually. Okay, and let's see how this goes. So I've got protection on. This shouldn't hurt too much. Okay. So let me go down here first. Then I should need to do this. If I aim right there. I don't know if that worked. I think it didn't. Yeah, it did not work. Okay. Okay, and I'm starting to think that that method doesn't actually work anymore. So instead, I'm going to do something else. So I did have to look it up. So hopefully this works now. We're going to see. Okay, so moment of truth. Oh, it worked. Nice. Okay. Okay, so now that that's been done, we just need to go really high up. So this is all done. This is all in the right spot. So now I should be able to start building. So let's hit that time lapse. And I would like to apologize in advance because I forgot to put on my pop filter for the following clip, and it sounds a little janky. Okay, and it's not done because, at least up there, I ran out of resources, as you'll see in a second. But also, yeah, this is just taking a really long time, and I definitely need to take a break. It's redstone machinery can be very, very hard. You know, obviously it takes a really long time. So I need to take a break before I can finish this, but the gold farm should be fully operational. But if I come up here, as you can see, yeah, I did run out of resources, so this sort of cover is not finished yet, which means I might get magma cubes spawning up here, but I don't really think that's much of a problem. And I'll finish it off camera as well as down below. I'll finish that off camera as well, but I do just want to get the gold farm at least operational before I end the video. So as you can see, all these zombie piglins are kind of just standing around. So all I should need to do is if I just put that there, and then I put the egg right here, they should all in a second, hopefully, there we go. So they should all attempt to crush the egg and fall down that hole. Yeah, you can see them doing that. So they're all going to be sitting right here. Unfortunately, if I attack them right now, these guys are probably going to kill me. So I'm going to have to take care of that. Oh, apparently we get ghast spawns up here too. Okay, so I should really finish this cover as soon as I can. But that's okay. I'll get to that eventually. As long as we don't go up there, it shouldn't cause a problem. But yeah, like I said, I will finish this off camera. But I just wanted to show you guys what was going on. So everyone, as always, thank you for watching. That is going to be it for today. And I will see you all next time. Bye.